To my class of mobile computing. Today we will learn GPRS. GPRS is a packet oriented mobile data standard on the 2G and 3G cellular communication networks global system for mobile communication. GPRS was established by European Telecommunication Standard Institute ETSI in response to the earlier CDPD and iMode packet switched cellular technology. GPRS is typically sold according to total volume of data transferred during the billing cycle. GPRS is general, it is not restricted to GSM use. DECT third generation system. We will read about DECT in later classes. Packet radio enables packet mode communication over air. Service, not system. Existing BSS, partially also NSS. Infrastructure is good. What are the main benefits? Resources are reserved only when needed and changed accordingly. Connection setup times are reduced. Enables new service opportunities. This is about GPRS. Now, characteristic, we need to learn about the characteristics of GPRS. Before learning about the characteristics, let us extend the GPRS packet circuit switch data capabilities and make the services possible. Several services are made possible due to GPRS. SMS messaging and broadcasting, always on internet access, multimedia messaging service, push to talk over cellular, instant messaging and presence, internet application for smart device through wireless application protocol, P2P point to point service, internet networking with the IP, point to multi-point service, point to multi-point multicast and point to multi-point group call. If SMS over GPRS is used, an SMS transmission speed of about 30 SMS message per minute may be achieved. This is much faster than using the ordinary SMS. Now we learn about the characteristics of GPRS. GPRS uses packet switched and resource allocation. Resource allocated only when data is to be sent. Flexible channel allocation. 1 to 8 time slot, that is called multi-slot. Multi-slot class determines the speed of data transfer available in uplink and downlink directions. Available resources shared by active users. Up and down link channel reserved separately. GPRS and circuit switched GSM services can use the same time slots alternatively. Traffic characteristics suitable for GPRS. Intermittent bursty data transmission. Frequent transmission of small volume of data. Infrequent transmission of large volume of data. Now we will learn about GPRS architecture. GPRS architecture is a huge topic. So today we will start with GPRS architecture and we will continue with this GPRS network architecture in next class also. GPRS core network is the central part of GPRS. which allows 2G, 3G, WCDMA mobile network to transmit IT packet to external network such as internet. The GPRS system is an integrated part of GSM network switching subsystem. This is the diagram. Base station subsystem, BTS, then base switching station. There is a term SGSN and CGS, which we will learn now. And then there is gateway system. GPRS architecture. GPRS is usually attempts to reuse the existing GSM network element as much as possible. There are new entities called GPRS that supports node GSN, which are responsible for delivery and routing of data packets between mobile station and external packet network. There are different types of GSN, but mainly we say or we categorize that there are two types of GSN. One is SGSN, serving GPRS support node. Another is GGSN, gateway GPRS support node. These two modes share comparable to MDIS in CPDP. There is also a new database called GPRS register, which is located with HLR. It stores routing information and maps the IMSI to a PDN architecture. Now we will learn about SGSN. SGSN is one of the GPRS support mode, routing the packet switch data to and from the mobile station, mobility management, location management, authentication and charging for calls, stores the location information of the user's profile. GPRS service requires new mobile station as the existing GSM phones are not capable of handling the enhanced air packet of data. The serving GPRS support node is responsible for authentication of GPRS mobile, registration of mobile in the network, mobile management, and collecting information for charging for the use of the air interface. Gateway GPRS support node, GGSN. GGSN provides a gateway between GPRS and PDN. It converts data from SGSN to PDP format, packet data protocol, stores the current SGSN address, stores the location of user in its location register, performs authentication and charging functions. The gateway GPRS support node acts as an interface and a router to external network. It contains routing information for GPRS mobile, which is used to tunnel packet through the IP based internal backbone to the correct serving GPRS support node. The GGSN also collects charging information connected to the use of external data network. The GGSN acts as an interface and a router to external network. The GGSN contains routing information for GPRS mobile, which is used to tunnel packet through the IP based internal backbone to the correct serving GPRS support node. Now, this is the diagram of 4 subsystems of GPRS. What are the, just have a detailed look in the program, in those subsystem: GSS, BSS, RSS, NSS. Have a look, and then we will learn about all the subsystem. First is base station subsystem, BSS. BSS needs enhancement to recognize and send packet data. They need enhancement. Second is BSS include BTS and MS. These are included in BSS. This is about base station subsystem. Then network subsystem. It consists of a number of SGSN. Also, it consists of MST, master switching circuit. It helps in authentication, operation, and maintenance of subsystem. This is the diagram of BSS and NSS. Under NSS, home location register is there. Different home location register are present. Then there is master switching center, which is connected with SGSN and CGSN to PSTN, ISDN, PSPDN, CSPDN. And in BSS there are different BSC, base switching center, and BTS, which are connected to mobile equipment having SIM. Thank you for watching. We will continue the GPRS architecture in next class also.